what point did you decide that you would be leaving the department? What was the biggest factor in your decision?
I knew on January 20th, when the pardons were announced, that I needed to find my way out, and it would be untenable for me to stay given the pardons and given the false narratives that were being spread about January 6th. I was disappointed by the decision to pardon all of the people who were convicted of any crimes arising out of January 6th. I was disappointed by the language about a grave national injustice committed against these people by prosecuting them, which simply isn't true.
Because I did nothing wrong. The Proud Boys did nothing wrong.
They had the full protection of rights guaranteed to them by the American justice system and the Constitution. It was my experience when dealing with these cases and seeing the way that the rioters and some of their attorneys behaved in court, that their take was that they should be treated like heroes and not prosecuted at all. They proudly committed crimes, and they, in many cases, filmed themselves proudly committing crimes. It was an incredibly violent day. There were hundreds of assaults around the building, in the building, against police officers who were defending the building. There were people put in fear of their lives. Members of Congress were sheltering in place. Staff were sheltering in place. I certainly do fear that the pardons could embolden right-wing extremists or encourage political violence in the future. To recognize that if you support the president and if you commit violence in support of the president, that he might insulate you from the consequences of that. He might protect you from the criminal justice system. And so that might encourage people to commit these sort of acts again. I do worry about that.